The gentleman pirate?
Well, the first two are like very, very talented pirates.
But the last one is the scariest of them all. Instead of killing with weapons, he kills with kindness.
Oh, right, so you're the gentleman pirate then.
Well, sus.
Hi and welcome back. Comedy TV shows have been around since the early days of television. Today, there are many different types of comedy shows on television. Some are aimed at a specific audience, while others are more general. Here are the top 10 comedy TV shows that will have you in stitches in 2022. Number 10. The Gordita Chronicles. La Cuckoo Castles, a teenager facing the biggest change of her life. She has just left her home in Santo Domingo to move to Miami with her parents and sister. Emilia soon discovered that living in the United States was not as idyllic as they had imagined. Despite this, they will face this new stage with a positive attitude and without losing sight of the American dream for which they left their native home. The Gordita Chronicles has a 7.0 rating in IMDb and a 73% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
If we don't go home, I'll die or run away. The song said America the Beautiful. I think they oversold it.
Girls, give America a chance. What do you say?
Number 9. Loot. Billionaire Molly Novak has declared a dream life, enjoying private jets, going into her luxury mansion, and incurring her super yacht. But when she faces the truth that her spouse has been unfaithful to her for 20 years of marriage, she starts to lose her mind in front of public surveillance, causing publicity. When he learns that he has to perform an act, he is about to hit rock bottom. To his surprise, he learns that this is a non-profit establishment run by Sofia Salinas, who is crying out for Molly to stop with the bad press it's been generating. Molly then embarks on a journey of self-discovery in which helping others might be exactly what she needs to become herself again. Loot has a 6.5 rating in IMDb and a 60% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Happy birthday, baby. What do you think of your new boat?
I'll tell you when I actually step foot on it. Looks a little small.
Number 8. The After Party. When a high school reunion's after party ends in a stunning death, everyone is a suspect. A detective grills the former classmates one by one, uncovering potential motives as each tells their version of the story, culminating in the shocking truth. The After Party has a 7.2 rating in IMDb and an 80% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
And now we here. But for tonight, Mikasa... I mean, you know how the rest of that goes. Whoa!
Number 7. Pivoting. Set on Long Island, nigh 3 women, and close friends since childhood, meet the death of the 4th member of their group. When they realize that life is precious and short, these women are thus forced to change their plans and embark on a course of action replete with countless ill-advised and easily avoidable decisions. Pivoting considers 3 smart, open-minded women who look at their lives in an objective light. They allegedly find their careers and the tenderness they learn to cultivate in their childhoods through pivoting. This tragic event stirred all 3 women to go deeper, analyze their lives in a better manner, and invest themselves in their futures with greater vigor. Pivoting has a 6.6 rating in IMDb and a 85% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
I can't believe she's gone.
You know, of the 4 of us, I really did think you'd be the first to go, Amy.
I'm so sorry, I promise.
Number 6. I Love That For You. Joanna Gold, a childhood leukemia survivor, watches her lifelong dream of becoming a news anchor become a reality as she teams with a business that works alongside her preferred cable network. Losing her cancer, Girl Label, the story moves away from her mother and father and begins a romance for the first time in her life. Following the knowledge that she'll have a lot of difficulty getting a new apartment once she learns it's a mixed-income neighborhood, Joanna faces the prospect of giving up her dream house. I Love That For You has a 7.2 rating in IMDb and a 96% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Are you new?
Yeah.
Who is this person?
I hail from Cleveland.
Number 5. Killing It. The drama series revolves around the life of Craig, a down-on-his-luck man who decides to go after big prize money after finding out about the promising herps that may abound there. Living a rich man, Craig remembers his childhood, when there were only little snakes there for him to hunt. After reaching a turning point in his life after applying for a loan to make a down payment, be rejected, witness his car catching fire, having to live inside a 24-hour gymnasium, and struggling to strengthen ties with his daughter, Craig's life changes after an Uber driver gives him a very generous down payment on a snake as a reward, and the prize is generous. $20,000 for those who make the most of it. Killing It has a 7.1 rating in IMDb and a 60% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Craig, wow, I barely recognize you out of your guard uniform.
I need $20,000 for a down payment on a piece of swampland.
Are you applying for a loan?
Yeah.
I'm an advocate for black people.
Number 4, The Outlaws. The 7 characters in the series are quite the opposite of each other, but they come to realize that they all have their own unique, complex characters. By observing these seductive characters, we start to realize that stereotypes are not necessarily correct and that nobody is just a one-dimensional stereotype. We are reminded that no one is all good and no one is all bad. Everyone has a story. As their new and unlikely friendships intersect with their complicated personal lives, the heroes must unite to protect one of their own from Bristol's most dangerous criminal gang. The Outlaws has a 7.7 rating in IMDb and a 64% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Why were you in prison?
It was a misunderstanding.
Grandpa misunderstood that you can't forge signatures on checks.
You have been tasked with restoring...
Number 3, The Bear. Carmen Berzatto, a brilliant young chef from the fine dining world, is forced to return home to run his family sandwich shop, the original beef of Chicagoland, after a heartbreaking death in his family. A world away from what he's used to, Carmi must balance the soul-crushing reality of trading in Michelin-star restaurants for the small business's kitchen, filled with strong-willed and recalcitrant staff and his strained familial relationships, all while grappling with the impact of his brother's suicide. The Bear has an 8.5 rating in IMDb and a 90% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
25 pounds?
No, I ordered 200.
What is beef?
You still got that meat connect? We get $12.50 for that on you.
Number 2, Our Flag Means Death. Based on the true adventures of 18th century would-be pirate steed Bonnet, Rhys Darby. After trading in the seemingly charmed life of a gentleman for one of a swashbuckling buccaneer, Stade becomes captain of the pirate ship Revenge. Struggling to earn the respect of his potentially mutinous crew, Steed's fortunes change after a fateful run, in with the infamous Captain Blackbeard. Steed and crew attempt to get their ship together and survive life on the high seas. Our Flag Means Death has a 7.8 rating in IMDb and a 94% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Upended your entire comfortable life to become a pirate.
I got bad news for you.
Number 1, Peacemaker. This an action series revolving around Christopher Smith, a pacifist diplomat and son of a Nazi extermination camp commandant who founded the Pax Institute, the same who fights against dictators and warlords. Christopher Smith is a person who always seeks peace and will do anything to achieve it, either by killing anyone who stands between him and peace, or by killing anyone who stands between him and peace. Peacemaker has a 8.3 rating in IMDb and a 89% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Peacemaker?
No.
He is a trained killer. We've got trouble with that maniac.
And that's all for today. Give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. See you next time. Goodbye!